coffee runs, normally every day. I would say on the road, we're always doing it. It's a good way to explore new cities and stuff like that. And then here, there's always coffee around the office, whether we're making it in the kitchen in there or you're running a Big B like normal.
Is it a requirement of being on the staff that you have to be a coffee person?
It's not a requirement, but it really helps.
Best time of the day, you know? Big little Big B pick-me-up.
I think it's something to do. One of the things about road trips that's, a lot of people may not know is like there's a lot of dead time, Is there a ton of prep? For sure, but to some degree, as the old country saying goes, that the hay's in the barn, right? And so, we have a walkthrough, and we do more film stuff, and we have meetings, but there's still a lot of free time during that. Obviously, the players are resting, but as a staff, you're looking forward to the next thing, or maybe covering some other things that aren't specific to the game. But then, you're also trying to figure out, how do I get out of this hotel sometimes? Coffee is a great way to do that.
Coffee runs are probably some of my favorite times, whether it's going with the coaches, some guys tag along too. That's definitely a good time, and just hanging out, honestly, in hotel rooms and the lobbies and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a big part of what we do. I think coffee runs are something that's a staple on our road trips, and it's something that everybody likes to tag along, whether it's assistants, like I said, guys come sometimes as well. It's a good time.
I even a lot of times will go have a coffee. My son started this in our family chat, and he'll do the review. It's the Dave Portnoy one bite with the one slice,
yeah,
right? And we do one sip on coffee reviews. So I got a lot of reviews from SEC coffee shops for my son, and we try to return it with some Horizon reviews.
At Barleycorns, we create an atmosphere you'll love for the experiences you'll remember. From special celebrations and laughter with family, to electrifying games and victory laps with friends. We help add that extra sizzle to your new favorite moments. So get over here and enjoy the best scene in town. Barleycorns, your neighborhood sports bar and grill. What are you waiting for? Get over here.
Kemba is committed to you, a valued member. At Kemba, you are more than just a number. We understand your needs and are dedicated to helping you meet your financial goals. We are here to support life's biggest moments, like opening your first checking account, buying a house, or a new car, and everything in between. Kemba is your one-stop shop for all your needs. At Kemba, you are more than a number. Kemba Credit Union, your trusted next-door financial partner.
At Penn Station, your ears may hear, and your craving deep inside hears.
Premium meats grilled with fresh sliced veggies, topped with cheese and served melty hot, straight from the oven. You craving what I'm craving?
Earn rewards you crave with Penn Station Rewards. Earn points redeemable for free subs and favorites like fresh cut fries, fresh squeezed lemonade, and more. Penn Station.
Love your sub. Earn rewards you crave.
Player interviews for the Darrin Horn Show are provided by Penn Station.
Ball ready. been a different kind of thing for me. Like, I haven't really had to deal with some up and downs in my basketball career, I would say. Coming over from an Australian league, averaging 25 and 5-5, and then having to kind of adjust kind of how it goes and how I play for the team to be successful. And it's been a growing thing for me. I haven't, as I said, I haven't really had to deal with it before. So it's been a thing I've needed to do though. I've had to learn about myself on the court and off the court, and being by myself and not having family to like pick me up all the time. It's been a cool thing to learn. Obviously, I'd like to play better all the time, but I think it's going to happen in your career, and I'm glad I'm experiencing it early, because then it's preparing me for later on and for the end of the season as well. So.
Yeah, I would say beyond struggle, I would say shock. It was almost like he couldn't believe just how hard it was. He had been so used to literally kind of going and doing whatever he wants, both skill-wise and athletically, where he played. I mean, this is a guy that averaged like 45 points a game in high school. I don't care who you're playing against. That's a ton of points, right? And so I think, to say it was an adjustment for him would be an understatement. And that's part of the battle that we have now, right? In these quick turnarounds where you've got 8 or 9 new guys, and one of them's a key guy like Ethan. He's going through stuff that normal freshmen should be going through in backup minutes, right? But instead, you're thrust into a major role and having to deal with that on the fly and still perform at a high level. And so it's a lot. And I'll give him credit. I think he's really come through it in a good way.
I would say I can't get into the paint as easy, and I can't finish as easy. I feel like back home I was able to get into the paint and finish, whereas here I'm kind of getting into the paint and kicking out. I would definitely say, my teams have differentiated. Like my team back home, it was kind of, I needed to score and I needed to do some stuff, and here it's kind of like we got 5 players all the time in double digits, and it's normally not me. So and that's when we're at our best though. So why would I try and force myself offensively when, I can just, play steady and not turn the ball over? And whereas Kale, LJ, Theo, Danny, we got so many players where we're good when I don't need to be scoring all the time. So I think that's been a different, it's just been a different kind of roles, but also it's been a bit of challenge differently and more athletic people and stuff like that.
Well, he's steady, right, with the ball. I mean, you look at his assist-turnover ratio. And, I think the other part of that is when he's handling the ball and when he's pushing it in transition, it means some other guys aren't, and it frees them up to do what they do well. So it's really kind of twofold, right? Not only that he does it really well, but then when he's doing it, other guys don't have to. And obviously, it's a huge impact to our team.
I enjoy when I'm on the court and I'm watching it, and we're playing with pace and we're getting to the paint, we're kicking out. We have so many contributors that can play, so it's just so good to see where people are coming in. We got 7, 8 players that are just killing it, and then our bench is loving it. And I think we get along so well, which is just we enjoy being successful and getting stops and getting easy buckets. It's fun leading it as the point guard, and I enjoy pushing the pace and setting up and being steady in my hands. But it's cool to watch, yeah, for sure. Pretty different. Yeah, I think it has similarities. It's a small town and it's kind of like neighborhood kind of thing, but it's different. It's like 37 degrees Celsius right now in Australia, and that's like 95 maybe. So it's definitely been a culture shock on the weather kind of bit. I miss the sun, but it's kind of similar, but it's also, it's been a bit of a shock. It was quick. It was very quick. I was mid-season playing. We started in March, and I think the second game I maybe got reached out to by people saying you can do you want to go? And I was like, I would love to. I think it was the next part of my career that I needed to go, and I had a bit of a pause in my career that I thought I didn't know where I was going, so it kind of came at a perfect time. And NKU reached out, no time to come visit. It was just, let's hop on a Zoom and let's see how it is. And, I could see, I could see they really wanted me. And that was a big thing. I think, they all got on the FaceTime, and it was me and my dad, and we were just in his office, and it was kind of like, whoa, like there's 6 coaches here just like talking to me. But, they came out with real plans, and they really, they wanted a point guard that could steady the ship, and it all worked out. And I'm super, super happy with my choice. They were not faking it at all. So I'm super happy to be here at KU. I would say being unselfish all the time. I feel like the way I've played my whole life is it's never been ISO ball, and it's always been what can I do to make the team win. And I want to win no matter what. And whatever I've got to do to win, I'm going to try and win. So I think I've always had that kind of aspect of my game. I'm just trying to do whatever it takes. And if that's getting buckets, I can get buckets. And if that's passing the ball, or if that's just defending the ball, then I can do that. But I think us Australians, we bring over a team aspect of the game. And I think that's why I fit in this NKU team. I think that's all we're about. And I think that's why it helps. My full family's in Perth. My grandparents, my parents, my siblings, my cousins. So to leave there was like, damn, I'm really going, and I'm not just a 4-hour flight away. Like it is. I'm backing myself here. So yeah, I mean, it was stressful. I haven't been in class for 2 years after high school. So to tie both of them together has been I had to relearn how to tie school with basketball. And when the days aren't going well, I can't just go to my parents' room and they can just like talk to me about it. I just gotta kind of learn how to handle things by myself. But yeah, as I said, I'll never forget when Simon picked me up from the airport. He seriously had the biggest smile on his face, and that was enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm away from home, but this can be my home for a while. And they haven't changed at all. They love me, and I love being a part of the team with the coaches and the players.
Do you think we underrate how much it is for guys to uproot their lives from one country, come over, deal with a whole new way of doing things, and just figuring out where you live, figuring out your surroundings and all that, while also trying to play basketball at a high level?
No question, and I think the big part of that is on a personal level. Now, everything that you're dealing with is completely brand new, right? So if you're a kid from Cincinnati and you're here and you're struggling as a freshman, well, all of that is new and difficult, right? But everything else in your life is not, right? Or even if you're a kid from somewhere else in the States, when you're a foreigner, every single thing that you do is a challenge or something new that you have to learn, or at least adjust to or get used to. And you don't have anybody close by that you're used to being a support for you, be it family or otherwise, right? Like they're not getting here without a major trip or sacrifice. And so I think absolutely it affects foreign players in their first year here.
It was the best. My parents came, my uncle came, and my cousin came, and it just made such a difference. I wasn't playing the best when they were here, but to be able to go home to familiar faces and just enjoy time with them and not have to worry about basketball all the time, it was just so good. And they loved it here. They loved it. They got welcomed in. Coaches welcomed them in. Players welcomed them in. So it was just. It was so good to have people here, and I think they loved it so much, I reckon they'll want to come back, so yeah. I definitely would say I came from a basketball family. My dad played in the league that I was playing in. My mum played netball, and yeah, all my siblings played, and my cousins played in my team that I was playing in, so I guess you could say come from a basketball family, but also just a family that loves watching sport. Australia's big on cricket and Australian rules football. So I grew up playing those as well. So I'm the youngest out of 4. So I guess I was just brought up in a sport family. I would be on a Sunday, I'd go watch my sister play basketball, my brother play cricket, my other brother play basketball. So I just always got brought up in it. And I think the competitive side of it, I was always trying to beat them, and I think they were always trying to beat me as well. So I was always getting the younger sibling treatment as well. So
he's been great, really likable, genuinely a good teammate. He's the guy that brings a lot of energy and talk. I think that's obviously important in his role as a point guard, but also just impacting the team. Has been really, really good that way in terms of just fitting in and being a guy that's about the team and being a high character guy.
At Barleycorns, we create an atmosphere you'll love with the experiences you'll remember. From special celebrations and laughter with family, to electrifying games and victory laps with friends. We help add that extra sizzle to your new favorite moments. So get over here and enjoy the best scene in town. Barleycorns, your neighborhood sports bar and grill. What are you waiting for? Get over here.
Kemba is committed to you, a valued member. At Kemba, you are more than just a number. We understand your needs and are dedicated to helping you meet your financial goals. We are here to support life's biggest moments, like opening your first checking account, buying a house, or a new car, and everything in between. Kemba is your one-stop shop for all your needs. At Kemba, you are more than a number. Kemba Credit Union, your trusted next-door financial partner.
At Penn Station, your ears may hear, and your craving deep inside hears.
Premium meats grilled with fresh sliced veggies, topped with cheese and served melty hot, straight from the oven. You craving what I'm craving?
Earn rewards you crave with Penn Station Rewards. Earn points redeemable for free subs and favorites like fresh cut fries, fresh squeezed lemonade, and more. Penn Station.
Love your sub. Earn rewards you crave.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, everything we do is about being able to give us our best chance and play our best when it matters most in March in the tournament, right? Whether that's 3 or 4 days now. We used to say 3 days, it may be 4 days now with the way the bracket's set up. But, I think to have those experiences is really important. But I think what's more important is we've been able to point out things when we haven't won and executed well on either end and say, hey guys, this is 1,000% within our control. Now we can't always control if a shot goes in or doesn't go in, but we can definitely control our impact on that on both ends. And I think that's been extremely helpful. And I think you saw it pay off against Milwaukee when we were able to get the shots or get fouled the way we wanted to late and get the defensive stop that we needed to win the game.
I think there's plenty of reason to be optimistic if you're a Northern Kentucky fan because you've seen Darrin Horn do this before. When you get down to March, what happens is you need star power, you need playmaking, you need players that are going to step up in the biggest moments. And this year, we've seen it be different guys for NKU. We've seen it be Donovan O'Day's gone off this year. LJ Wells has gone off for 30 plus. Dan Goresger is capable of the big moment. We've seen so many different people. Even Cale Robinson had a game where he made 9 threes this season. And when you get to a point in March where you need players to play their best basketball when it matters most, Darrin Horn's not afraid to experiment with things. He's not afraid to lose a game in January or February to learn a lesson that's going to help him in March. And that's so valuable for a team like NKU, where you're playing in a league where you know all that matters is what happens in Indianapolis. Darrin Horn is going to put his team in the best position to succeed come March. That's why I have faith in this team doing what they're going to be able to do in Indianapolis.
Well, funny, Cale Robinson has been out, but I think the optimism comes from the fact that we are a deep team. This team is very deep, and it's got a Donovan O'Day, and it's got the returnees and LJ Wells and Dan Goresger. And then you got Tay Dozier. You have a lot of guys that you can go to for offense. It's not like in the past maybe where you had 1 or 2 guys that could score, and if one of them gets hurt, you're really in a bad way. There's a lot of guys that can score in this team, and don't forget, they stress defense. It all begins with defense for them, and the way they ended that Milwaukee game, I think the players buy in and see if you do this the right way, it really will work and can project you onto the next level.
I think their style of play, getting up and down the court so much that and scoring a lot, it can help you win games down the stretch.
I think if there's one guy that I'm looking at down the stretch as somebody that's going to have shot making, he's going to have playmaking, it's going to be Donovan O'Day for me. I think LJ Wells, of course, has gone off. Dan Goresger has gone off. There have been other pieces. We've seen Cale Robinson have a game where he's shot incredibly from 3. But for somebody where March is so largely dependent on guard play and star power, I think Donovan O'Day can be a trustworthy factor in that segment and that piece to this team of shot making, 3-point shooting, the things that you need from a perimeter player. Donovan O'Day is going to give that to you.
I don't think there's any doubt it's going to be Donovan O'Day. Just the energy he brings, not only to the games, but to practice day in and day out, and the number of different things he can do. He can shoot from the 3. He takes the ball, lowers that shoulder, drives to the basket as good as anyone in this league and maybe in the region. And I just think his energy to go out and get the job done day in, day out is going to be the guy that we're going to look to.
I really think it's going to be Dan Goresger, the guy that can get a shot off whenever he wants. Playing well down the stretch is the biggest key for Northern Kentucky.
Something about this group that you like, that you've seen recently over the last few games?
I think it's 2 things. One is just the talent level. Like, we got a lot of guys that can go make plays when it matters on both ends. And let's be honest, we can talk all the coaching and strategy and teaching that we want. You need some guys to go do some things, in those late game situations. So I think that's a big part of it. But I think the other part of it, this is a group that is extremely focused on getting better and winning and wants to do that. And, that's, may sound obvious, but it's not always the case. And we're very fortunate that we've got guys that are here because of the winning that this program has done and want to be a part of that and impact it. And when you combine those 2 things, the ability to do it and the willingness to learn to do it and commit to it, it makes you feel like you got a chance to get there.
Kemba is committed to you, a valued member. At Kemba, you are more than just a number. We understand your needs and are dedicated to helping you meet your financial goals. We are here to support life's biggest moments, like opening your first checking account, buying a house, or a new car, and everything in between. Kemba is your one-stop shop for all your needs. At Kemba, you are more than a number. Kemba Credit Union, your trusted next-door financial partner.
At Penn Station, your ears may hear, and your craving deep inside hears.
Premium meats grilled with fresh sliced veggies, topped with cheese and served melty hot, straight from the oven. You craving what I'm craving?
Earn rewards you crave with Penn Station Rewards. Earn points redeemable for free subs and favorites like fresh cut fries, fresh squeezed lemonade, and more. Penn Station.
Love your sub. Earn rewards you crave.